Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maddie. Today I am filming a red monochromatic makeup tutorial. I got these recently from Colourpop. These are all of their like rainbow palettes. I got this one kit, I forgot what it was called to be honest, but it was like $67 maybe, and it has all of these guys. I'm super excited to use these. I wanted to buy this for a long time, but I've put it off because it's kind of a lot of money to spend on eyeshadow palettes, but I bit the bullet, I did it, and I decided that I want to do a monochromatic makeup series on my channel. So this is the red look using the Main Squeeze palette from Colourpop. Skin is glowy, I've got a red cheek, I've got a red glossy lip, and I'm getting glass in my teeth. But I love this look and I'm really excited to create more of these monochromatic looks. If you'd like to see how to achieve this all red monochromatic look, then just keep on watching because I'm going to show you. All right, I did soap brows again. I still don't know how I feel about them. This time they're bigger and bushier. How bad is it? Like, you can be honest. Okay, any hoozles. My eyes are primed and ready to go. I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Main Squeeze palette. I am beyond excited to use these colorful shades right now. Oh my god, I was like so excited to get my package this morning. Oh my god, I walked right up into the office. I just like ran over there, grabbed it as quickly as I could. I ripped it open when I got home and I just like took them all out and swatched them, and it was a great feeling. I'm gonna dip into this color right here called Frose. It's just that light pinky red. This is a very soft shadow. Like, look at how powdery that is. I'm gonna bring this into the crease. Oh my god, that's got quite a bit of pigment to it. Wow. Just taking this up into the crease. I wish I had like a light pink because I feel like this is like really, really intensely red. I did not expect it to be this. I thought it was gonna be way lighter than this. This has got a lot of pigment to it. Okay, hold on. This is the color Shell Peach. I'm gonna take that onto a fluffy brush and I'm gonna just kind of try and diffuse this color really quickly because this is like really intensely bright red and I'm not trying to do all of that right now. We are already off to a great start. Great start. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Okay, I'm taking that color Frose again from the palette and I'm just deepening the crease a little bit with that red shade. The pink really does help to buffer between the lid and the crease. That was something strong. I did not expect that much pigment that quickly, and I did not expect it to be that red. I thought it was gonna be like more like salmony. Okay, learning from my mistakes, I'm gonna dip back into that Shell Peach color and I'm gonna apply that really liberally into the crease on this side, again to give ourselves the buffer for that Frose color. That's been liberally applied. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Frose color and I'm going to apply it to the crease on this side. And I'm going back in and blending with both of those brushes to make sure that everything is as seamless as possible. The texture of this Frose color reminds me a lot of that shade from the Hocus Pocus palette that I have that broke, if you remember that. Why? I'm still incredibly salty about it. Next, I'm gonna dip into the shade Like It's Hot, which is this more true red color. And I'm applying this into the outer corner and the crease. This shade is a lot more firmly pressed than the Frose color, so this is definitely blending a lot easier. And then again, just going back and forth with those brushes, making sure everything is seamless and well blended. And I am going back in and packing a little bit more on like the outer third, outer half of the eye. With a much smaller brush, I'm gonna take the shade Red Bottoms, which is this beautiful burgundy cranberry color right here. And I am stamping this on the outer corner and the outer V of the eye to add a lot more depth in this area. Okay, then once I've got that darker color on the outer corner, I'm gonna go back in and blend with all the brushes I've just used. Being kind of careful where I'm dragging that darker color because I don't want it to be too dark everywhere. And then again, doing a little bit more layering into the outer corner to build up the intensity and kind of blend more seamlessly. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Home Slice, which is this really beautiful shimmery red. And I'm going to apply that onto the lid, kind of touching the matte shades over here, blending them in. And I am wetting the brush a little bit with some Fix Plus, just because I really want maximum payoff. Then I'm going back in with the red bottom shade, and I'm kind of blending between, again, the lid and the outer corner. There is a bit of fallout here, but I'm gonna clean it up. Don't worry about it. So for the under eyes, I'm gonna actually start with a little bit of concealer. I'm gonna use the YSL Touche Eclat in, this is number 1. It's very pink, so it's gonna help to kind of color correct my dark circles, but also it's gonna act as like a primer for the shadow that I'm gonna put on underneath the eye. And then I'm just blending that out. I'm gonna go back in with the Shell Peach color from MAC. And I'm also going to apply this pretty liberally underneath the eyes, and I'm connecting it up to that V so that it creates this like seamless V shape on the outer corner. Kind of looks a mess right now. It'll look better later on. Dipping back into that Frose shade, applying that also to the lower lash line. And then I'm adding the shade Like It's Hot right underneath the lower lash line as well, making sure to blend out those colors and kind of soften the edges a little bit on the lower lash line. I'm taking a way smaller brush for the red bottom shade, that burgundy, just taking a little angle brush, and I'm applying this to the lower lash line, but mostly on the outer corner. You know what, screw it, let's go all the way. And we're blending gently. On the waterline, I'm actually gonna use a lip pencil. I'm gonna use Cherry from MAC, and it has been sanitized, don't worry. I'm just gonna pop that down there, so it's like really red. I think I'm gonna dip into the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. I love this. And I'm gonna take this guy right here, this like rose gold kind of shade. I'm just gonna take that onto the inner corner. I think the eyes are pretty much done. Full blown out smoky red goodness. So yeah, I'm just gonna zoom you out and we're gonna finish the face. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a primer actually. I'm gonna use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk primer. This primer is actually really beautiful. It's like ultra hydrating and it just leaves the skin very smooth and just so radiant looking. I've never used it with my Natasha Denona Face Glow foundation before, and that's the foundation I'm wearing today, so I wanted to kind of test it out and see how it looks. Yeah, I think the glow that this gives is just like really beautiful, like almost like glass skin, which is the dream, the goal. And to even further get that glass skin look, you know I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter for a Superstar Youth Glow. And I'm applying this at the high points of my face, anywhere where I want some glow, so pretty much this whole area. And I'm gonna use my beauty blender to blend it out. Oh, got it in my hair, whoopsies. I've also never used this product with a Natasha Denona Face Glow foundation, so I'm very excited to see how it looks. Oh, God, like look at this skin right now. Just tell me why I look like a model. Just kidding. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with the Natasha Denona Face Glow, my baby, my #1 foundation of all time. I know I mentioned that the Charlotte Tilbury foundation was my favorite foundation of 2020, but this is my favorite foundation of all time, you know what I mean? Just because you win MVP one year doesn't mean that you're the GOAT, you know? Just adding some extra coverage where I need it, which is this area right over here. I think I'm really in love with this combination. right, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna conceal these dark circles like right here. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. I'm just applying a little bit right here and then a little bit over here also to give a lift. I've seen a lot of people do this technique lately and it does look very flattering. And I'm trying to be extra careful about blending this concealer out around the eyes because I don't want to remove too much of the shadow. It's okay if I remove a little bit of it, but I don't want to take away all of the shadow that I've placed underneath the eyes and around. Now that I've got the concealer down, I'm going to use my Hourglass Veil Powder to set the concealer underneath my eyes. For bronzer, I'm going to dip into the Fenty Beauty Inda Sun Bronzer. Normally I would do my powder cream combo, but the main focus is red, so I just want a little bit of bronze, not a whole lot. Just enough to make me look sun-kissed. I thought this is as much bronzer as I want to do, so I'm going to move on to my highlight. I'm going to use the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money. This one's great because it looks super duper glossy, but it's almost transparent with just like a little touch of gold. And I'm applying this pretty much just on the high points of the face. Not going too crazy, I just want to add a little extra glow because I already have so much glow going on with those highlighters and the primer and stuff, so I just want to add a little extra. Okay, then I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush. I'm going to do the cream powder combo for the cheek. I'm going to use the blush from the Natasha Denona Bloom palette. It's this red one right here. This is quite a strong blush, so I'm just going to dip in a little bit on my brush here and then take as much off on the back of my hand as I possibly can, and then I'm tapping that on the cheek. I'm telling you, this blush is crazy pigmented. Like I said, I rubbed most of it off on the back of my hand and I'm just tapping off like whatever's left onto my face, and there's just so much pigment to this blush. Then I'm going to apply a powder blush over the top of that to add a little bit extra red and to set it in place almost. I'm going to use Frankly Scarlet from MAC. Fun fact, this is the first MAC blush that I ever had, and if you see my collection now, I have so many MAC blushes, it's insane. And I'm taking like the fluffiest brush ever, and I'm just doing like the smallest amount. I'm barely touching the skin. I'm just gonna blend over with my beauty blender to soften that a little bit because that's looking really crazy. And if your blush ever gets to be like too much, honestly just go back in with your foundation brush and tap back over. That's the best way to diffuse the situation. Okay, now that I have the eyes and the face done, I'm actually going to go off camera. I'm gonna do lashes and mascara, and then I'll be back to figure out a lip. Okay, I've got mascara and lashes on. For mascara, I'm wearing the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. This is actually my favorite non-waterproof mascara. I kind of switch back and forth between a lot of different ones, but this one is actually my favorite right now. Honestly, it makes my lashes look incredible, and I find that it's pretty long wearing and it doesn't transfer like most non-waterproof mascaras do, so I really like this one. This one's great. And then for lashes, I have a pair of 35 and 48 MAC lashes stacked. To prep my lips, I'm going to start with the MAC Prep and Prime Lip, which is just a lip primer, as the name suggests. I like this especially to make lipsticks just last longer, but also if I'm wearing a really matte lipstick, which I'm about to, it really does help with the comfort of it, because matte lipsticks can be quite uncomfortable sometimes. They're incredibly dry, there's almost no moisture. So this lip primer also kind of helps act as like a barrier and almost like a chapstick too. Then I'm gonna go in with MAC Cherry Lip Pencil, and I'm going to just outline my lips and then also fill them in a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna apply some lipstick. I'm gonna use the MAC Ruby Woo. It's a retro matte, so it's like the mattest of the mattes. And it's super full coverage as well, so you won't see like any of your natural lip color showing through. And then I am gonna apply a little bit of red gloss. This is Joy to Enjoy lip gloss from MAC. I'm pretty sure this is from Holiday, but I don't exactly remember what year. And this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like, and if you'd like to see more of me, then just hit subscribe. All of my social media links will be down below, so if you'd like to follow me elsewhere, that's all going to be in the description box. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!